now it says live.
No, the red button's back on.
Huh?
The red button's back on.
I wonder if it's kicking
Okay,
off.
the red, but do you see it counting? Is it counting? Like, if you're
I would
recording?
do the whole show as Ray
Maybe it's
Vincent.
kicking you off from the...
Call 839-9999.
Because that's what kept happening
well,
to
you
me
know,
whenever I was
very
speaking.
good. You can and you will get credit.
Do you see this here? This counter here?
Now, American
Oh,
accent
yeah.
for that?
Okay.
I don't know. A lot of people, he is a public figure, you can impersonate him.
Holy shit, it's epic coffee time.
It's at coffee time.
We got a new camera person this week, so camera 101. Push the red button, let it go. All right. Crickets have started already.
Yeah.
I didn't even let that conversation lag, and the crickets started. So must be a bad show. Hey, it's meet and greet time. Here's your meat. Come on down to Lucy's place and get it.
Looks like somebody picked the cheese out.
It's ham and cheese loaf. Well, kind of.
Wow, there's some cheese missing.
Why on earth is it ham and cheese loaf, Dan?
It's only ham loaf on this piece.
That is like a ham loaf. That's like a that's the fuck you piece from the
So,
guy who's
when-
not liking his job.
So when they
anymore.
make this, do you think they have just a big giant ham with some holes in it, and they just pour liquid cheese on top of it, like those Jello cakes that you make like your second time?
No, they do it individually.
Because I mean, they're like perfectly little.
It's hand stuffed by children
You
in
know-
another country.
It was good I developed a love for cheese because it kind of looks like a ham with a bad case of acne.
Yeah.
I could slice a ham and all of a sudden doesn't want to go to prom.
Okay, guys, I don't think anybody's gonna eat this, so come on down.
Come on
Just
down.
kidding.
Touch
Now
our meat.
I'm in trouble. Just kidding.
This piece is sweating.
Oh, I almost forgot.
It's just a joke. I've had many pieces. Back to you.
Due to illness, the
No.
part of James tonight will be played by Sean.
Hey, Sean.
I've been
Let's
working on
back
this
with it.
role all my life.
And
He has. He's a method actor.
fresh. You're getting ready for training camp. Ready?
Absolutely.
You got your jersey on. He's all ready for training camp. So
I'm doing cinnamon roll squats here shortly.
Sekar Ramrod. Sekar Ramrod.
You call it that too?
Yes, absolutely.
Cinnamon roll squats.
Yeah.
Well, there's toilet paper in there, so. You can-
We sure are missing you tonight.
There's
This
nothing
is
to-
our second meet and greet, and again, I would not exactly call this a record crowd, but I think people are intimidated by
Lots of
us.
meat. You know, I think it was the tumor puffs that threw them off. They didn't know what they were getting. Eat that up.
Love tumors. I
Cancer.
mean,
We're
seriously.
eating cancer up one lump at a time, Steve. That's even got smaller lumps inside of it.
I know.
Hey, if you
Oh,
want
oh,
to, if you want to know what's in
I'll
Dave's
show you
beard
his
this
boss.
week,
You're gonna blame the glaze on the puffs.
Oh, here.
And we are in Lucy's place, and that's in Wood River, Illinois, and that's 1808. If I read that right.
Vaughn.
Vaughn.
also known as Highway 111.
And it's right in Wood River, across from Walmart, which is probably where most of you are getting all your goods.
Are we next to a fallen KFC?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Should we have a moment of silence?
Thank you, Colonel
Okay.
Harlan, for all you've done for us.
All you've done
Even
for
though my
us.
arteries look like an LA expressway at 4 in the afternoon. Thank you for the memories. Back to you.
Thanks, Sean.
And you
He's
know,
just very
everyone here in the
professional when he
Midwest
does
knows
that.
what that means, right?
I feel like maybe we're doing a real broadcast. And he doesn't
What he's
know.
trying to say is the LA freeways are clogged at 4 in the afternoon.
Like his arteries
Like
are
this.
right now.
Pretty much.
This moment.
We could have, just like the Walendas, we could have a live death here. Pretty exciting.
Praise Jeebus.
You know, we were thinking about doing that, but the puppet is, he's slowly recovering from last week's face off.
Yes, last week's face off, literally.
He just fell to pieces last week, so if you didn't see it, well, you're among the three that
I think it was all the stress
Didn't
from
watch.
the documentary.
Oh,
could have done. In
Or
fact,
too much time in the sun.
he and Dick Toomey had a lost weekend this weekend, so the documentary didn't come off as planned.
You were
No,
kidding about the son-in-law.
Well, I didn't even realize.
that it was
It
this
was
weekend.
not.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't. Well, you know, we were
No
all
hate
watching.
mail?
We're all waiting to see Nicola Winda fall to his, Linda fall
Was
to
that
his
this weekend too?
death. Yeah.
Speaking of,
Now, I watched his grandpa fall, but I didn't watch him even attempt to. Yeah, I googled that, checked it out,
Yeah.
and it kind of looked like.
were they like the flying Walindas at one time, or did I miss something?
They were flying and,
While-
you know, then they started walking and then apparently great grandpa was flying. But,
He did it.
For a very short distance.
yeah, if you ever seen a helicopter crash, you know, it just kind of
He didn't bounce or nothing.
spun for a little bit.
And it looked like Nick was on the ground, and he was standing right in the area where he kind of bounced at, but I don't know. Yeah, I didn't watch it.
You didn't want to see
Yeah.
from a greater
It's
height.
boring.
So, anyway, a lot of people were complaining because it made it dizzy when the helicopter came through.
Oh,
there.
and it swirled back, oh.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it at all because it made me dizzy, period.
I was gonna tightrope tonight. I was gonna walk, you know, from one refinery to another. Well, I guess there's only one refinery left.
It
But,
used to be more than one.
But I thought, I'm gonna miss on the cinnamon roll, so I backed off.
Yeah, it's a good idea, Sean.
Thank you, Jesus, for the cinnamon roll.
Praise Jeebus. I don't know
He
what
was
that
very
means,
generous
but
too. Look at all those nuts in there.
Oh, my
That's
word.
what she said.
I love nuts just like Paul Lind.
Okay, so that just
Well,
alienated half of our audience right there.
I don't, well, you know what? It's really not
Who's
even.
in the center
Not even
square?
half?
I don't know. I think that's a joke Paul Lind would have made, but that's
Right.
that's the only reason.
Yeah.
I would even gone there.
Can you do his laugh?
I can't do it.
Could have been, I'll take Paul Lynn for the block.
Circle takes a square.
That
So,
would be fun.
yeah, right on
To play.
the cusp of the
the
Doma
coffee time.
decision, we're making fun
Squares.
of Paul Lynn.
I wish Paula Dean would
Wow,
have
bad
made this.
timing.
They'd
Yeah.
have given her a comeback. They'd give her a show back. Paula Dean made this thing. Back to you. I'm a non sequitur guy. Back to you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Sean.
Paul Dean
Boy.
doesn't make that stuff. That's what the help is for.
That's
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Wow.
Yes, today was a landmark day for the Supreme Court, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm just tickled. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Everybody, and I mean everybody, has a God-given right to a messy divorce, and I uphold that.
Absolutely. right.
Noma arigato.
That's not the first time I've heard that today.
And Pride Fest is this weekend, so it should be well out of hand.
We're gonna be there. We are gonna be, well, not you guys, but my
You're
one of
gonna
my day jobs. We're gonna be there. We have a float and everything. We have a float and everything. It's gonna be great.
Wow. Interesting. From, never mind, conversations I've had with other people. It should be really interesting.
So it's gonna be fabulous.
Steve, you're awful quiet.
Okay, maybe it's,
I talked about the
Take
food.
the heat off of us for a minute. Oh, you did talk about the food.
Yeah.
And can you tell us how you made these tumor pots? They're very interesting.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, Steve's a world famous chef.
I'm
Much
not
like-
sure I want to hear.
much
what
like
goes
Paula
into these.
Dean.
I'm already reeling over the
So
ham and
these-
cheese loaf.
These start off as a giant donut. Wow.
Yeah.
Like that big,
Uh-huh.
and you take the middle out.
Uh-huh.
How do you do that?
You just poke your finger in the middle.
Use your finger.
Now, where was your finger before this happened?
Blue Bell the Clown. Look, take his donut. I know he's not doing no flips.
He's a little worn out. Was he in the Lost Weekend with Dick and?
Yeah, we had a lot of cleaning up to do to get him looking that good.
Siri, where was Steve's finger before he made the donut hole?
He's the singer.
You know, Siri is such a
God loves
bureaucrat.
Siri.
She always passes the buck. Oh, I'm Siri. I'm the queen of new ideas.
Screw that! I'll look on the internet.
She might as well work at the DMV.
Let me try, but keep it going.
Okay,
meanwhile.
yeah, sure, we were really cooking.
Yeah, we were really
Right before, right up to the Siri thing, man, we were on fire.
We're packing-
Siri, where
we're
was
packing
Steve's
Lucy's
finger?
place up. Oh, it's looking for my finger.
It's got U.S. English keyboard Steve, and then it says fingering.
Well,
Is that a
A
video we
better
can watch?
effort, but still. No, it's just a graph. I'm sure that.
That
those
would
of you at
show
home-
me where my finger was at.
Or
I
where
was
it should be.
expecting a picture of a nose or maybe a planet, like Uranus, but
Yeah.
there you go.
Is that still a planet?
No.
So far,
I thought we were moving backwards.
Oh, Pluto's
You know,
not.
we got rid of Pluto. No.
hey Pluto, why aren't you a planet anymore?
Uranus, or Uranus if you prefer, is shaking its rings off. She knows she's next. Her days are numbered.
Look at the astronomy nerd. I didn't even get that.
It's part of the Dave complex.
Is it really?
Yes.
Is it really? Part of that Dave complex came up this weekend. And I saw it, and maybe you've seen it too on Facebook. It's a little page called The Punctuator. Did you see him? He joined Facebook, and now he's more popular than the sock puppet
And Jeebus.
and Jeebus. Jeebus Chris.
Okay, so everybody's gonna go out and burn their computers to show support for. Yeah, there's the crickets right there for Ifamita.
He has more fans than Sock Puppet?
Yeah, sock puppet. Not us.
Are you
not,
kidding
not
me?
the Epic Coffee fans. We got, what,
Thousands.
Only he would know, though, that you have more fans.
39 million.
That he's watching it. How many fans does Dave have? Oh, my God.
I get jealous. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to start
Not
paying.
Dave, the punctuator.
Oh, the punctuator, sorry.
Let's get
I'm
this
gonna
straight.
have to start paying kids to like our Daves. 30 cents a like, yeah.
Here's to me the challenge being the punctuator. It's like Superman 1. He's got 2 missiles to stop on each coast. And the punctuator, there have to be calls coming in from all over the place. You know, I mean, hey, we have a high school, someone with a 3rd grade reading level about to get a diploma. The punctuator's got to go to New Jersey. Then in Alaska we have,
I know this isn't really punctuation, but I noticed that they use the X.
Don't get me started. Just as Peter Parker is
Express
friends
that.
with Spider-Man and Clark Kent is friends with Superman, I'm kind of a close confidant of the punctuator, and he's overwhelmed. He's looking for a sidekick, maybe exclamation point or something. Perhaps a contest for a sidekick for the punctuator.
I think punctuator ought to learn from Iron Man 3 and like have a bunch of punctuator suits, and he can run by remote control.
Thank
Haven't
you.
seen that.
I have not seen
Yeah.
Iron Man 3 yet. There goes. There
Boy,
goes-
we're alert.
Oh my
Guess
goodness.
I don't need you now. Sorry.
Thanks,
You're welcome.
Sean. That's, when is that out?
I only said that because Link was in the trailer.
3 years ago?
Because they had like 50 Iron Man suits.
Little behind the curve
So
here.
you watched it in the trailer?
That's
We
it.
watched the trailer in the trailer.
How,
I was conceived in the trailer, I was born in the trailer, and I done died in the trailer.
What would Ray Vincent have to say about that?
Fall asleep yet?
Well, let me tell you what we have with the economy right now. Now, you get a double plate, you can call 839-9999, and you will get $100 going to my favorite charity. And I tell you, I, Ray Vincent, paid for I provided the funds, a second mortgage that paid for Lucy's place. Call 839-9999, and we'll even throw in a free cinnamon roll. I'm Ray Vincent. Have you seen my hair?
All we need is Brooke Dubbin and Tom Shane, and we got like the St. Louis celebrity circuit locked up.
yeah, well, yeah.
I'm George Zimmerman. I look good in the unemployment line. I'm Tom Shane.
I got lost somewhere.
Now you have a friend in the diamond business.
That's right.
Or Tom Bodette was always my favorite.
Who's that?
Tom Bodette?
The
Really?
dude that would leave the light on for you?
Oh, yeah.
Sneak under the
$24.99
covers?
in some places, a little more in others. We'll leave the light on for you. a regular on NPR. You listen to NPR all the time, right?
Yes.
Yeah, isn't that funded by,
We play NPR
Nazis-
at
Nazi
this bar.
public
I
radio?
just bring some-
Sure. Sure.
All depends on who
That's
you
why
ask.
it's radio, because you not see it.
Well, I'm sure scientifically you could see
Let's not talk about your childhood where you sat and wrathfully looked at the radio waiting for it to do something. Wait, when you were poor and all you guys could afford was a black and white radio? Thank you. That was definitely, since I'm the one operating the crickets, I can't always hit it on time.
Before you got a color radio.
Yep.
There was black and white.
Okay, so this show is not gonna go down in the annals of ECT history as one of the greats, but we're still here.
No, it's
We're
still
waiting
being-
for you to walk through the door.
It'll
We're
still
always
be in the
late. You
annals.
can be late too.
I bring up HD radio, but nobody has that.
I still don't get it. HD, like what? You sharpen the sounds somewhat, or what's going on there?
I don't know, they split off and have channels that
Yeah,
no one's on and
They
no
have
one.
channels like right next to themselves.
I'm waiting for 3D radio. I'm gonna forget HD.
It was an attempt to squash satellite radio or something like that.
How's it working out?
It did.
Well, they can't even pay decent radio personalities here in St. Louis, that's it, so.
I'm still holding out for HD AM and stereo. That's what I'm waiting for, and I'm not gonna be satisfied till it hits.
Oh, there's nothing like hearing, static and Lucasfilm sound. It's
That's
awesome.
right. That's right.
Absolutely.
Dolby surround 3D sound. You're just right there in the static.
You feel like you're right next
Especially
to
when
the
the
tower
sun
it's
goes
not
down.
working. Oh, yeah. It's awesome.
And like just 3 of us know about the sundown thing, I'm guessing. But anyway, okay.
Okay, moving on.
Struggling to get the train back on the tracks.
Wow. See, you guys have no idea what it's like to try to rein this thing in. No idea.
We'd be much better with a big audience, trust me.
Yeah, and the distractions aplenty would help. So, I asked you guys earlier this week to pull. I didn't. Anyway, I didn't ask you. I asked you 5 minutes before the show to download some viewer questions. So, Dave, did you?
I
find
actually
one?
got an honest to goodness legit viewer question. And then I got a bogus one too. But let me start with the legit one.
Okay.
Dan, she writes, why the black hat? Anonymous.
It's a very interesting question. It goes back many, many years ago. You're eating it. Many, many years ago, when I was down on my
Getting more
luck.
nutrition from the napkin.
Well, about a year and a half ago, when I was down on my luck, I
Was it a year and a half ago?
met an old Southern. Well, it's been 30 years of being down on my luck, so. But I could just pick any time frame in there. But I met an old Southern gentleman, and he said, son, if you wear this black hat, I'll give you anything in the world that you want, you know. And back then, all I wanted was a place to live, a beautiful wife, and, a car to drive. So that's what I got. So I still have
All
to.
I wanted.
I still have to wear the hat.
Okay, so that brings us to another question.
I
I
was
might
talking over
actually
his
ask this
punchline.
of Sean just to see what he says, but I'll give you a chance first.
Oh.
What happens if you take the hat off?
I lose my superpowers. So I'm no longer the humorous guy that I am here. I go
Oh
back.
my God, keep the
I
hat
was gonna
on.
say you should wear it more often.
You need a bigger hat.
But I got to wear the hat.
I aged 40 years, and it's kind of like the Dorian Gray type thing. I can keep my youthful appearance with the hat on and take it off, and I look like the old man that gave me the hat. So it's really good.
Okay.
It's really not.
Absolutely no pressure here, but I'm going to throw the same question at Sean, and he still has minimal preparation. I say he's the king of improvisation. So, Sean, why the black cat?
Why the black hat? My theory on why the black hat?
Yes, please.
I think there is a part of Dan that feels like a victim. Victim of society. And he, in real life, in his day-to-day struggles in life, he wears the white hat. He's always the person who pulls the drowning kid out of a ditch. The guy always goes the extra mile at work. So, like a lot of people, you know, it's like a CEO. They go off to a dominatrix. And please treat me like a little wimp. Thanks to Eros America on HBO, I learned that.
All right. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Already, and he's not finished.
The black hat is therapeutic. Basically, Dan is able to take on another personality. He gets to be the villain. He doesn't, number one, doesn't have to shoulder the responsibility of saving everyone around him and shedding the responsibility, but also getting to be the guy who got the better end of the deal by hook or crook. You know, kind of took the easy way out, you know. And being, just like I said, just being the bad guy, the ruffian, and not having, you know, not having everybody expect you to save the day. So I think it's all a therapeutic thing. And perhaps, you know, overcompensating for,
Take that.
Overcompensating for?
you know,
I was premature.
A smaller
yeah,
hat.
back to you.
For a smaller hat.
There's just no
Is
good way.
Paul Harvey's job open?
Good day. Let me tell you about a farmer. I'm dead, but I'll tell you about a farmer.
Yes, I'm attuned to the current events, clearly.
Who's Paul Harvey?
Right.
Good day.
Was he on the Hollywood Squares too?
Right next to Paul Wynn.
Square 3.
Steve.
And now for the rest of the story.
The question.
Crickets, please.
You want more? I got more.
Dave, the question was, who inspires you? Besides the punctuation, of course, we got that.
Who inspires me? Well, I inspire myself. I am a force of one. I don't need any outside influences. I am my own source of inspiration.
So it wasn't a serious.
What was the question again?
So if you're a fourth of one, who's the fifth of Jack?
Okay, that's definitely crickets.
A fourth of one.
I'll tell you who inspires me. Jeebus. That's right. Praise Jeebus.
The son of Gosh?
Now that's timing right there.
I am Jeebus.
I was going to
Son
say
of
Lady
God.
Gaga, but nobody was asking.
Okay. So, yeah, everyone should just ask Sean the questions, honestly.
I was born this way. I apologize for being rude. But I'm never on the edge of glory. That's the only problem.
And here we were talking about doing the mental disorder show.
Aren't we already?
Apparently, somebody's diagnosing this right now.
It would just be fun to have the clinical test questions to see how we rate.
Let's plan that
I
for
was
future
thinking,
show.
yeah.
I should
I
be
will put it
SSI
together.
ready by the end of this show.
Already there?
No attorney fees necessary. Yeah, here, so, Mr. Social Security, watch, there's a tape of Epic Coffee Time.
That's all you need.
Thank you.
Watch it or I'll pull your head off.
And we've all been on the firing line here. Do you have any questions?
Oh, I don't know. Did Steve ask one?
Yeah, who inspired Dave?
It was that bad.
I was trying to get out of it. So
Wasn't that?
this one this actually comes from Dick Toomey's brother, Dick Formey. And so
Well, why do they have different last
I
names?
have no idea. They're
Different fathers?
It must be.
Come to Dick for Me Used Cars. We'll drive you.
So
Back to you.
It says, Dick Toomey asked,
Oh, there goes the tumor.
if Dick Toomey is acting like a dick, would you be a Dick Formey? I guess that's to all of us.
Would you be a big one?
That's what I thought.
Back to you, Sean.
To be a dick or not to be, that is the question.
Thought we had another one.
Yes. That is, you know what, it really is,
No?
it's kind of a, do unto others as you would unto you.
Oh, and then here's one for Dave. Dave, when you finally shave your beard, what organization would you donate your locks to?
The NRA, definitely the NRA. I don't know why, it just sounds appropriate.
And you're speaking of the National Rifle Association.
But what do locks have to do with my beard? I want them to lock up their guns, yes, absolutely. What does this have to do with trimming my beard?
Where did we put it?
Yeah.
This is, we prepare
That made
tremendously
no
each week
sense.
for this show. There are endless rehearsals, dry runs, and
Oh, we work out quite a bit with our paying jobs.
right.
We get to do this all the time.
You missed the dry runs, but this is clearly the runs that we're offering you.
So, have we figured out what was in Dave's beard this week? I don't know.
I think we figured out what was in Dave's beard this week.
And then they
The
want
secret
flavor.
ingredient for the tumor puffs.
The brown stuff or the blue stuff?
I went mudding yesterday. Where do you think that came from?
Oh, is that a term for something else? Or did you go like four-wheeler and mud?
Yeah. Think of the redneck. Sure, that's what it was four-wheeler.
Okay.
Through the mud.
No tongue punching.
No. This is a family show. When we say mud, we mean mud. Have another tumor puff.
I had one rolled up in that cheese loaf.
How was that? I noticed you didn't finish it.
I was letting somebody else have the other.
Dick to me or Dick for me?
For me.
So Dan,
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
had
yeah.
plenty of time to prepare for this, as opposed to the rest of us. Is it true that you were born in the back of a Greyhound bus rolling down Highway 44?
It was 41, I think.
Pretty sure it's 44.
Oh,
Okay.
it was down 44. It was somewhere around
41, 44. Were you born there or not?
somewhere around Pacific, I think.
Specifically?
Yeah, and it wasn't really a Greyhound bus. It was a school bus. But I was born in the back seat.
This explains a lot.
Conceived there too.
Yes.
You know, well, my family was kind of like the Partridge family. You know, we all lived in the bus and we toured in a bus. Well, it wasn't really a tour, you know, it just, somebody get tired of us sitting around in their parking lot and they'd run us off. So, but mom and dad called it touring, you know, so, you know, you gotta, I guess when you're down and out, you still gotta look at the bright side of things.
The Partridge family had talent. What happened?
No, I didn't say we were the Partridge family. I just said we
You were like the Partridge family.
Cheap
Mom and Dad
knockoff.
just wanted to believe that.
Like, we're some kind of
More like the
imitator.
Partridge in the Pear Tree family.
Yeah, we signed autographs and stuff like that. And we had a little red-headed kid that he wasn't related, but we had to have him, you know, so people would believe.
Did you treat him like a redheaded stepchild?
Oh, you better believe it. You better believe it. I think he got busted for beating up a transvestite hooker.
Hey, anyway, look who's here. It's Sock Puppet James.
Hey guys, I'm healthy. Look at me.
Hey.
I'm all healthy now.
After his appearance in the home version of Face Off.
Yeah, I wrote a song. I wrote a song, actually, you may see it on the Sunday Sing. I wrote it a long time ago. It's called I Fall to Pieces. Maybe you've heard of it. Patsy Cline did it.
Speaking of Sunday's thing, did I miss something?
Yeah, because...
I thought that Sunday was the premiere of the first part of the documentary.
Yeah, there was a guy on a wire, and I figured nobody watches a guy on a wire, plus, you know...
So instead of a sockumentary, it's more like Sock It To Me.
It's like, I don't even know how to put it.
Are you saying you put your foot in your mouth, SPJ?
It's more like my hat fell off a little bit. I can't finish the sentence. It's loose. Here, let me get it on there tight for you.
You, much better now. So, anyway, the big, Dick Toomey's big birthday bash is coming up next week. Which everybody's gotta be looking forward to.
Oh.
Dick Toomey
I mean-
or Dick Toomey's big birthday.
You want to think about these things before you say them first?
Yeah, Big Dick Toomey's birthday
Big-
bash, or
yeah.
Big adventure, whatever.
Featuring Dick Foreman.
Birthday extravaganza.
Introducing Dick Foreman.
Hey, jack off. I'm gonna be the star of that show, don't make fun of it. So, anyway, I guess he told you. Sometimes I wonder why we let this rude little son of a bitch on the show.
I wonder it
Yes,
all
there
the
he
time.
is. There he is. And apparently he does have, I do have a big role in that show. So y'all better tune in. Fireworks and naked girls.
Do you look at sock puppet when he's talking, or
I can't make up my mind.
I know, I'm torn. I'm like,
What I'm really looking at is where exactly I went wrong in my life. That's what I'm looking at.
I'm dying of cancer and talking to a sock. Hey, that's unfair. That's unfair. The real me didn't even show up. What a cruel little
Mom never told me about this.
Oh my God. Could
I
you?
thought when I sobered up I'd quit talking to Cy. I really did.
I'm not a figment of your imagination. I'm real.
You're a funkman.
No cursing. This is a family show.
Suddenly.
you jack off?
That's not a bad word in my language. Don't let you say it on TV. So, anyway, fellas, you're gonna show up next week, right? Steve?
Nope.
Dave?
What's next week?
Dave? Sean? July 3rd.
I have to find if
yeah.
I have to. I have another commitment, but work-wise, but if I don't, I'll be there. Because I don't have a social life.
All right.
I have a date with my son at a ball game. Somehow you guys are gonna have to carry on without me.
Oh, I think I can. I'm starting that show.
That's right.
Let's just do
No
it there.
problems here. Unless what?
Let's just do it there at GCS ballpark.
There you go.
We'll just
Have
have,
that nice little picnic table.
The
there.
fireworks are included, I understand.
we'll have special guest Izzy the Grizzly and
Dick Toomey.
But is he a grizzly?
he won't answer. I don't know if he's like a monk. Or he's taking some kind of
Fuzzy
oath,
was a bear.
some kind of oath of silence.
Really?
Like,
So
you
you
know,
can't-
I mean, like you could like, like do, like here, I don't want to give kids any ideas.
So-
So you could basically waterboard him and do all these other things. He still won't say a word. It's a scream.
It's a female bear trapped inside a male bear's body. That's what
Story of my life.
And thanks to today, he can marry in 13 states and get federal benefits.
Yeah, very good.
I know.
Domo arigato, I say it again.
Although we use a lot of sarcasm on this show, at least I'm pretty sure we're all in agreement. This is a really good thing. Think of the economic impact. I don't
Oh,
know
I
why
might go-
nobody's going there.
I go back in the DJ business.
No kidding.
Think of all the lawyers that are stopped
telling
chasing
you.
ambulances.
And
for
it's
a bit.
trickled down. It's cakes, it's florists, it's decorators, it's dresses.
Oh, definitely florists.
Definitely florists. Anyway, moving right. It's the one labeled crickets.
The one that says
Who
crickets.
plans their wedding?
Who, the florist?
The only
Yeah,
problem
get
is,
married.
and I've been wrestling
They
with this
can.
over and over
I know.
again. I'm all for the right of everybody to marriage, but once we start the ball rolling, the question is burning: who's going to get the house? How are we going to decide that?
Who gets the sock?
Who gets the
Is what you
house?
mean.
Yeah. who pays for the wedding and
I mean, in
that
case
ridiculous outdated tradition.
in a case of a marriage of two men, nobody gets the house, right? Because the man never gets the house. Then you have two women getting married. Well, I guess you take the house from one of the guys, and then because they both have to have a house, so the woman always gets the house, right? Send all your hate mail to Dan Kyle.
Where's that cricket at?
It says crickets.
The cricket
Just
is-
think about it, folks.
Hey, when's it gonna be?
Still a
when's
great
it gonna be
thing.
fair to marry a sock?
Well, you've done that as a right. You've done that pretty good.
We're still going to discriminate against USPJ because socks do not need to get married.
Why not?
Pretty soon you'll have pairs of socks everywhere.
See, it's interesting because, you know,
Look at that.
If socks
the
get married,
opposite.
what's next? Underwear?
Get it.
it's like a Star Trek kind of episode teaching a lesson. It's like socks are the opposite of us. You know, straight wasn't mainstream when it came to socks. You know, and very, you know, socks that were, you know,
Tube socks are
the same
straight.
sex or the same color. It was cool for them to be together.
That's
But if like a
as you
gray
get.
sock got together with a white sock, you're ruining the sanctity of socks.
It's
If God
slippery
wanted-
slope.
If God wanted tube and crew, he would have made. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. I have a way to finish that off.
Yeah,
Back to you.
probably good.
I yield the
Don't hold
floor.
your breath, SPJ. That's all I got to
I
say.
yield the floor to the representative from Overland.
I used to be friends with an Argyle, you know.
That's what they all
That's
say.
why I can talk.
That's
about
what
this.
they all say. I'll bet you're not sexist.
Sexist.
I can't even say it. Soxist.
Socks.
That's what all Soxists say. I used to have an Argyle who was a friend.
Remember those white,
Give me a break.
those crazy white sock supremacists?
Oh.
They're the worst. Marching down the street in formation.
And they even got their own ball team. I mean, give me a break.
Yeah. And then we got another one called the Red Sox. You might have heard of them. They won a few World Series. You Cubs fans wouldn't understand what I'm talking about. But it's when you win the championship.
You know,
You know,
there's no way
World
in hell
Series.
anybody's still watching at this point.
You're watching the Blackhawks by that time. Anyhow, congratulations, Blackhawks, by the way.
Woo.
Yeah, 2 scores in 17 seconds. You couldn't top that, could you, Dave?
I'm just feeling a little blue about it.
That's my endurance.
How about
record.
you, Blue Ball? That's right.
Wow, what a better way to wrap up the show with spinning blue ball the clown.
Oh my God, are we finally over?
I think so.
Spinning blue
Okay,
ball.
Tomorrow already?
Can I you do my little spiel here?
Oh, it's field time. Field time.
No, seriously, and I don't want this to turn into PBS or Pledge Week or anything like that, but guys, while you're enjoying the show, and we know you're paying rapt attention, be sure and click over to epiccoffeetime.com. There's two people that really need your help, Tracy and Don. Throw a few bucks their way. What I was thinking of this earlier in the day, actually preparing ahead of time, and I took care of myself for years and years, and you know, one day, next thing you know, I got cancer. You're sitting out there, you're getting a clean bill of health. This can happen to anybody. It can happen to your family member, your neighbor, and no matter what happens, you got good insurance. Unless you're just ridiculously wealthy, it's gonna hurt financially. It's gonna wipe you out, even if you have good insurance. So keep that in mind. Throw a 20, throw a 50. Tracy and Don really need your help. Always welcome your cash, but I'd rather you help them right now.
And it all comes back eventually.
It does. It goes around.
Feels good for a minute and then, you know, I mean, even if that's just your payback or your motivation. And
Well, think of it this way. You're spending a lot of money each month paying people you don't know, making them rich, putting money in their pockets. Throw a little money love at the people you do know. A lot of you know Tracy, a lot of you know Don. Unfortunately, you know me. But I'm asking you to help them right now. I'm getting bills galore in the mail, but I know how those guys are doing and they can really use your help. That's it.
oh,
Pledge
wow.
week is over.
He's off. Hey, actually, we're thinking about after the bed-in, we're all good.
Is the bed-in ever
The
coming?
i- the
That's a viewer
idea
question that actually came up. Is
never
the
stopped.
bed-in ever coming?
I don't know, is it? Is it?
It can.
It can't.
Yeah.
It can't. We need to put some planning into that.
We still need to do the
Yeah,
dig-in
funny
too.
story.
You remember the dig-in?
I don't know what the real question was, but one night when I was at work at the bar, somebody said something to me, and I said, "Oh, the bed-in, it's coming up." And they looked at me and was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, that ain't what you
Starting
said."
to
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
the checks in the
Wow.
mail.
I would have my mind someplace else.
Yeah, and I don't remember what the question
So,
was though.
all right, we're planning both the bed-in, Dig Toomey's
If we do the bed-in,
birthday
yeah,
extravaganza.
I think we should do it outside somewhere.
Oh, real quick, I want to tell all you guys that decided not to come tonight. We missed the punctuator. He was here at 7 o'clock. We got pictures we're going to put up later. It's completely your loss. He was really looking forward to correcting your English. And,
Yeah.
and here we are.
And he was really on his period about it, so.
He was really on his period, and he couldn't stay. There's too much going on in the world that needs his attention right now.
Yeah.
In fact,
Plus,
he's looking for a sidekick, so
he's
if you
having
know
colon
somebody.
problems.
He's having colon problems.
So, don't know what that means. It looks like Blue Ball's about to have colon problems and
I can't
So,
do it. I can't do it.
anyway, that's coming up, and then the telethon, may be coming up, Labor Day weekend.
I don't remember this in the
Telephone?
staff meeting, but I don't remember the staff meeting
Yeah,
either,
the,
so.
the telethon, where we all wear thongs and people pay us to put
Oh,
clothes back
oh,
on.
That should raise some money.
Wow. It's,
I'm ready to pay myself for that.
I don't know if Lane Bryant makes that my size. May
May
have to find a seamstress or something.
We'll have to go to Big Bubba's secret.
Hey, let's go hang out in the fabric
myself.
department at Walmart. I'm sure we'll find somebody.
They'll send us to the 10th section, are you kidding me? Well, except for you.
Here's a few bulls.
No grudges.
Well, I am putting on weight though. I really am. It's swimsuit season.
Are
I'm
you
a
gonna
little
hit him and I
embarrassed.
hold him, or do you hold him and I hit him?
I can't.
Tune in
You're not
next week.
supposed to say hit him. You're supposed to say jack him.
Well,
It's gonna be another one piece.
You gonna hold him and I'll jack him?
It's another one-piece summer for me. I'm very depressed.
It's okay, I feel your pain.
At least you made it down to one piece.
Plus, you know,
That's what she said.
plus if I go in the ocean, you know, the Spanx like cut me in the side and then like sharks attack. It's ugly. Back to you.
And if you want the remedy for these mental images that you're getting right now, make sure to put in some donations and I'll email you what you need to do to get rid of that picture. And is that our show this
I
week?
think that's our show, yeah.
Wow.
I think we beat.
So that's why I don't get a good job.
So, anyway,
Don't
to
worry,
our,
nobody's watching.
people at home, we love you, thanks for watching. And, our new camera lady, thank you very much for, participating.
because she's over 21.
Oh.